Hello, my name is Cara. Today I'm having an operation at the Royal Victorian Eye and Ear Hospital. I'm going to meet lots of different people. I also brought two really special people with me, my mum and my teddy Dora. Last night, Mum and I packed my bag to bring today. As well as Dora, I've got my pyjamas, my book, some colouring books and pencils. Mum asked the volunteers where we have to go. We take the lift up to the admissions desk. Here the clerk checks my name and address with Mum and I. This is to make sure I'm the right person and to double check what operation I'm having.
Have a seat and yes, if you would. Okay. Thank you.
We sit down and wait for the nurse to call out my name. While we wait, Mum and I read my book.
Hi, are you Cara Redmond?
Yes.
Great. Bring Mummy, your backpack and Dolly and come with me.
Now we're in the preparations room.
You sit next to Mummy.
The nurse asks my name again. She asks me and Mum what operation I'm having today and what other operations I've had. She also asks if I'm allergic to anything and if I'm taking any medicine. The nurse puts a bracelet with my name on my wrist and my ankle. She says it's there so everyone knows who I am, even when I'm asleep. Then she puts a bracelet on Dora. The nurse checks if I've had anything to eat.
Did you have breakfast?
I haven't had anything to eat because my tummy needs to rest during my operation. The nurse checks my temperature. Then I hop on the scales to see how much I weigh. The nurse puts a clip on my finger. It doesn't hurt, and on the screen I can see lots of numbers. Those numbers tell the nurse that my heart is beating really well.
Yeah.
She puts a blob of magic cream on my hands. It makes my hand a little numb, but it doesn't hurt. Now it's time to put on a special gown, a bit like an art smock. Next I go to the anaesthetic bay. I get onto the bed. Here I meet the anaesthetic nurse. The nurses check all my details together.
And this is Dora.
Dora is going to have surgery with you.
The anaesthetist is a doctor who will make me sleep while I have my operation. My anaesthetist is very silly. Look, he blew up a glove. He says it's a fish, but I think it's a chicken. He checks my name again, and if I'm allergic to anything. The nurse tells Mummy to put on a party hat, booties and gown. She looks very funny, but the nurse says it's important that everywhere is kept super clean. The anaesthetist explains that when I go to the operating theatre, he will put a mask on my face. Then he shows it to me and Dora, and we try it on for size. He tells me the masks all have a different flavour, and he said I can choose from strawberry, chocolate or banana. This makes me remember how hungry I am. My doctor comes in to say hello. He looks different because he's wearing a gown and a hat. Then we go for a spin down the corridor. I go into the operating room. They call this the theatre. There are so many lights and computers, it looks like a spaceship.
Hi, darling.
Dr. Cavell says hello to me. Even though he has a mask on his face, I know it's Dr. Cavell. There are lots of nurses and doctors wearing hats, masks and gowns. The nurse tells me I'm the star of the show, and they're all here to look after me. Mum looks a bit nervous, so I tell her she can hold Dora to keep her company while I'm away. The nurse tells Mum she can go to the cafe while I'm in the theatre. She says they'll call her as soon as I come out. The anaesthetist tells me he's going to put my mask on now. I'll look like a spaceman. He says all I have to do now is count from 1 to 10 and soon I'll be dreaming. I can't wait. I'm going to dream of the biggest banana milkshake. The next thing I know, I'm waking up. I feel the nurse stroking my head. I hear her say we're all finished and the operation went really well. As I wake up, I see Mummy next to me. She has given me Dora to hug. The nurse asks me how I feel. I feel a little drowsy. She takes my temperature again. I look at the screen to see how my numbers are doing. I feel much better when the nurse comes back with an icy bowl for me. Dr. Koval comes in.
Hi, Kerry. Hi, Cara.
He tells me I've been an excellent patient. In a few days, I'll need to see him in a clinic so he can check on my progress.
Bye. Bye, Cara. Bye, Dora. Bye.
The nurse explains that the next stage of my recovery will happen in another room where I'll be more comfortable. While we're here, Mum and I watch some TV and read my books. The nurse comes in to check on me.
So my name's Jane, I'm your nurse. Now, how is everything? You feeling okay? Good?
Yeah. She gives me a bravery certificate that I can show my teacher and friends. She tells me I'm doing really well and that I can get ready to go home. Mum helps me get dressed. Then we say goodbye to the nurse and go home. Wow, today was a whole lot easier than I thought. It's been a big day. And I've met some really special people. Thanks everyone for looking after me. Bye.